கோயம்புத்தூர் கலைமகள் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் சார்பாக ஆனந்தின் அன்பு வணக்கம். இன்னைக்கு 10th இங்கிலீஷ் மெமரி போயம் No Men Are Foreign. இன்னைக்கு அந்த போயம் பற்றி பார்க்கலாம். Today we shall learn the memory poem No Men Are Foreign, written by James Falconer Kirker. Here is a small note about him. So he is the poet James Falconer Kirker. He was an English poet, translator and travel writer. He wrote over 30 books, including autobiographies, novels and plays. He became a fellow of the Royal Society of Literature in the year 1962. Now, this poet has written the poem No Men Are Foreign. First, let us read the poem and then understand. Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Like ours, the land our brothers walk upon. Is earth like this, in which we all shall lie? They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter start. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other, it is the human earth that we defile. Our hells of fires and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. By the poet James Falconer Kirker. Now, let us try to learn the meaning of this poem line by line. Okay? Remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Okay? No men are strange. See, in this poem, this word remember is used many times. Here, the poet, he uses this word remember many times just because of the reason that he is insisting the human beings to remember the good things, the concept that is being told by him. Okay, so he asks us to remember. நம்ம ஞாபகத்தில் அதை வச்சுக்கணும், மறந்துடக்கூடாது அப்படின்ற அதை வலியுறுத்துறதுக்காகவே இந்த ரிமெம்பர்ன்ற வார்த்தையை அதிகப்படியாக இந்த பாடலில் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. No men are strange. Nobody is strange in this world. Look at this picture. You could see children are from different communities, different custom, different religion, but all are loving each other and all are happy together. So no men are strange. யாரும் அந்நியர்கள் இல்லை. No countries foreign. No country. You could see here people from different countries are participating together. The entire world is surrounded by different people. Okay, so no countries are foreign here. Next. So we all have to be united like this. This is what is told. Next, beneath all uniforms. Children, here uniforms refers not only to the dress code, the different dress code, different people, different countries follow, but we can also take it in this manner. People may belong to different custom, different practice, different religion, different countries, beneath all uniforms. So under all these differences, a single single body breathes. It is that one single body. It is that human being which breathes inside, which is living inside that practice or in that country or whatever it is. நாம் ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் வெவ்வேறு இனத்தை, மதத்தை, நாட்டை சேர்ந்தவர்களாக இருக்கலாம். Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. ஆனா அதுல இருக்க போறது மனிதன், மனிதன் என்ற ஒருத்தன். சரிங்களா? அதுதான் it says beneath all uniforms a single body breathes. Next line, like ours, நம்மை போலவே, like ours, the land our brothers walk upon. நம்ம எப்படி இருக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறோமோ, how we want to live here, we want to enjoy all that nature has given us as gift, isn't it? Likewise, the land our brothers walk upon, our brotherhood also requires the same like us. We shouldn't be selfish. எனக்கு மட்டும்தான் எல்லாம், நான் மட்டும்தான், எங்களுக்கு மட்டும்தான். That kind of thought shouldn't be there. Okay? Like ours, how we are enjoying the nature's beauty, the nature's resources, like that our brothers walk upon. All the people around the world also should enjoy the same. That is what the poet is trying to tell through this line. Is earth like this, in which we all shall lie? Here we all shall lie means what? After a particular period of time, when our life is completed, we all are going to lie like this in the graveyard. Okay? So, in which we all shall lie. So, the same land, ஒரு காலகட்டத்திற்கு அப்புறமா நம்ம வாழ்க்கை முடிந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் எல்லா மனிதர்களும் எந்த நிலத்துக்காக, எந்த இடத்திற்காக சண்டை போட்டோமோ, கடைசியில் என்ன ஆக போகுது? நாம எல்லாரும் அந்த பூமியில தான் போய் ஐக்கியமாக போகிறோம். Is earth like this? இந்த மாதிரி தான் in which we all shall lie. ஒரு காலகட்டத்துக்கு அப்புறமா நம்ம எல்லாருமே அங்க தான் போய் பூமியில தான் சேர போறோம். Okay? So we all, one day we all are going to lie on this earth. Next, they too, aware of sun and air and water. Here they refers to all the other people who are living in different parts of the world. Okay? Aware of sun and air and water means what? See, the earth, the nature has given us many gifts, I told you, isn't it? So, the sun, the air, the water, everything is same for everyone, guys. எந்த சூரியனை நான் இன்னைக்கு பார்க்கிறேனோ அதே சூரியனை தான் உலகத்துல இருக்கிற எல்லாருமே பார்க்க போறாங்க. எந்த காற்றை நான் சுவாசிக்கிறேனோ, எந்த நீரை நான் பயன்படுத்துகிறேனோ அதைத்தான் எல்லாருமே பண்ண போறாங்க. இது எல்லாத்துக்கும் தெரிஞ்ச விஷயம். அதை புரிஞ்சு நாம நடந்துக்கணும். So, they too are aware of sun and air and water. So, whatever I am living with, the same the others also are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter start. Are fed by peaceful harvest. Look at this picture. People are very happy because this is their harvest season. Okay? So, are fed by peaceful harvest means what? When the harvest is full, people have no scarcity for food. They all can enjoy the food, have sufficient food. All people are happy. So, this is not true for one particular people, group of people alone. It is same for everyone. By war's long winter start, when times like war, people killing each other, fighting with each other, or if it is very severe winter prolonging for a long period, okay, starving, okay, so when famine, things like that comes, what will happen? Nobody is going to have good life, good food, good shelter. So this problem also, whether it is happiness or if it is going to be something very difficult, it is going to be the same for everyone. அறுவடை காலங்கள்ல எல்லாருக்கும் உணவு கிடைக்கிறதும் சரி, போர்க்காலங்களில் அல்லது குளிர்ந்த மிக குளிர்ச்சியான காலங்களில் உணவு கிடைக்காம பட்னியா இருக்கணும்னாலும் அது ஒருத்தருக்கு மட்டும்தான் வரும், ஒரு இனத்தவருக்கு மட்டும்தான் வரும்ட்டு கிடையாது. அதுவும் எல்லாருக்கும் சமமானதுதான். So are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starve. Now next, their hands are ours. அப்படின்னா என்னது? Their hands are ours னா என்னது? அவங்களுக்கு எப்படி கடவுள் கையும் காலம் கொடுத்து அவங்களை எப்படி வேலை பார்க்க வைக்கிறாரோ அதே தான் நமக்கும். And in their lines we read, we learn from how other people live, and people learn from how we live. Okay, so their hands are ours and in their lines we read. So it is a mutual understanding between among the people. As other people live, we are also living. As we live, the other people are also going to live. So their hands are ours and in their lines we read. So அவர்கள் எப்படி கைகோர்த்து ஒன்று சேர்ந்து செயல்படுகிறார்களோ அதே போலதான் நம்மளும். அதுதான் is mentioned here. So we all should live in unity. Okay, next line. A neighbor not different from our own. See, I have given this picture to make you all understand that a neighbor not different from our own means what? How we have descended from our ancestors. In the same manner, any human being in this world, they have come through. நம்ம எப்படி நம்ம முன்னோர்கள்ல இருந்து நாம இன்று மனிதராக வந்து செயல்படுகிறோமோ அதே தான் உலகில் வாழும் ஒவ்வொரு மனிதனுக்கும். Okay, so a labor not different from our own. So nobody is, யாரும் திடீர்னு வானத்திலிருந்து குதிக்கல. ஓகே, எல்லாரும் எப்படி வந்தோமோ, முன்னோர்கள்ல இருந்து எப்படி வந்தோமோ அதே போலதான் உலகத்துல வாழ்ற எல்லா மக்களும் வந்திருப்பாங்க. So a labor not different from our own. So everyone have come through the same line of descendant from our ancestors. Remember. So again he is asking us to remember. They have eyes like ours that wake or sleep. See children, with these eyes we see all beautiful things. We sleep, we wake up. It is the same for everyone. So simple. நமக்கு எப்படி கண்கள் உறங்குவதற்கும் விழிப்பதற்கும் பார்ப்பதற்கும் ரசிப்பதற்கும் உள்ளதோ அதே போலதான் மற்றவங்களுக்கும் அப்படின்றது நம்ம ஞாபகத்தில் வச்சுக்கணும். So remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. A very interesting line. And strength that can be won by love. Each one of us, we have an innate strength, the feeling, the emotion, okay, that is won by love. So we all have that power of love which we can share to everyone, irrespective of their nation, caste, creed, color. We have that love to share with everyone. பாருங்க, ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் தன்னுடைய அன்பினுடைய வழிபாடுகளை எப்படியெல்லாம் வெளிப்படுத்துறாங்க. There are different ways by which we can show our life, our love to others, and that is one of the biggest power, one of the biggest strength that every human should have, and strength that can be won by love. எதையுமே அன்பால நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிரலாம், சாதிச்சுக்கலாம். அந்த அன்புக்கு வந்து பவர் அதிகம். Okay, so and strength that can be won by love. Next line. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. So here what does the poet say? In every land in this entire world is common life Life is common, children. Okay, everywhere we have births, we have death. Everywhere people are born every day. People are dying every day. Joy and sorrow is common for everyone. Do you think that only one group of people will be happy always and the other group of people sad? No. So joy and sorrow, it is going to be common to everyone, whether young or old. Okay, so all these are the different aspects of life. வாழ்க்கையினுடைய வெவ்வேறு பரிணாமங்கள். பிறப்பு, இறப்பு, சந்தோஷம், துக்கம், இன்பம், துன்பம், சிறியவர்கள், பெரியவர்கள், இந்த மாதிரி நீங்க எந்த நிலையை எடுத்துட்டாலும் it is common life. இது எல்லாருக்கும் பொதுவானது. அதை நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும்? We all should recognize and understand. So we all should understand. புரிஞ்சுக்கணும்ன்றத this line is telling us. Okay? So everywhere the life is very common. Now next, let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves. Again, a very, very beautiful concept told here, children. I really love this. Hope you too, when you understand the reality, you too will love. Let us remember. So here, again, the poet is stressing. Let us remember. நம்ம எல்லாருமே ஞாபகத்துல வச்சுக்கணும். எதை ஞாபகத்துல வச்சுக்கணும்? Whenever we are told to hate our brothers, wherever, whenever we are told to hate our brothers. Brothers here means what? The other people. They can be our own nation people or people from different nation. Whoever it is. Once we are told to hate, hating each other, trying to fight with each other, it is like fighting ourselves. It is like doing a self-injury. Will anyone like to do a self-injury to themselves? Not at all. We all love to live happily, isn't it? We want to keep ourselves happy. So, when we are told to hate somebody, it is like hating ourselves. மற்றவர்களை வெறுப்பது, மற்றவர்களை துன்புறுத்துவது அப்படிங்கிறது நம்மளை நாமளே துன்புறுத்திக்கிறதுக்கு சமம். இது ஒரு ரொம்ப அழகான ஒரு விஷயம். இதை நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டாலே போதும், வாழ்க்கை ரொம்ப நிம்மதியா சந்தோஷமா இருக்கும். யார் மேலேயும் எந்த வெறுப்பும் இல்லாம, எந்த கோபமும் இல்லாம, சாந்தமா அமைதியா வாழ முடியும். Such beautiful lines. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves. We are trying to hate ourselves. Next, that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. இப்போ என்னாகும்? நாம அடுத்தவங்க கூட ஹேட்ரேட்டை வளர்த்துக்கிட்டோம்னா, அதாவது ஒரு எதிர்ப்புத்தன்மையை வளர்த்துக்கிட்டோம்னா என்ன ஆகும்? கடைசியில நாம யார்கிட்ட கோபத்தை, எதிர்ப்பை, வெறுப்பை எல்லாம் காட்டுறாங்களோ கடைசியில் அது எதுல போய் முடியும்? டிஸ்போசஸ். ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் இழக்க வேண்டியது ஆயிடும். டிஸ்போசஸ் மீன்ஸ் வாட்? We may have to disown, dispossess. We have to come out of our possession. The possession can be the land or the country or the people, their own family. It can be anything. So once we start fighting or hating people, all these negative things will happen. Dispossess, losing our possession, betray, getting cheated, getting hurted, condemn. It will even go to the stage of killing others. அடுத்தவங்களை கொலை செய்யற அளவுக்கு கூட போய் கெட்டதை விளைவிக்கும். ஸோ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணக்கூடாது? We have to be in love with each other. We shouldn't hate. Remember, we who take arms against each other. வாய் சண்டை, கை சண்டை எல்லாம் பத்தாது, ஆயுதங்களை எடுத்து தான் சண்டை போடணும்னு ஆயிடுச்சுன்னு வைங்க. ரிமெம்பர், ஞாபகத்தில் கொள்ளுங்கள். ரிமெம்பர், have in your mind, we who take arms against each other, once we start taking the weapons, the armed forces to kill and shoot each other, you could imagine what will happen to the mankind. நம்ம நினைச்சு பார்க்கலாம் என்ன நடக்க போகுதுன்றது. It is the human earth that we defile. Defileனா என்னது? நாசப்படுத்துறது. Destroying. Defile means damaging, destroying the beauty of this earth. So once we get into those arms or weapons to fight with each other, we are not killing the other persons alone. We are killing this earth, this nature. This nature, look at this picture. How beautiful the earth would have been. But because of the enmity, because of the war, because of the fire, look at the picture, how it looks. Horrible. The earth will become a horrible place to live in. இந்த பூமியே வந்து ரொம்ப நாசப்பட்டு போயிடும். So we shouldn't go to that extent. That is what it's telling. Our hails of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Children, see, with such a feel the poet is trying to tell here. Our hails of fire and dust. So people fighting with each other, bio-war, world war, let it be anything for that matter. Once you go into such situation, the earth is going to become a hell. Okay? All the fire, dust, everything which comes out, outrage the innocence of air. Children, the air around is so innocent. ரொம்ப யதார்த்தமானது. Air here refers to the earth, the nature's gift, all gifts that nature has given us. இயற்கை கொடுத்திருக்கிற எல்லா நல்ல விஷயங்களும் ரொம்ப யதார்த்தமானவை. They are all very innocent. They all wanted the sun, water, air, the sceneries, the birds, the animals, the atmosphere, everything. They are so innocent that they always wanted to give us joy, pleasure, beauty. But what we people are doing as human beings, because of our enmity, jealousy, cruelness, we are destroying everything. We are making this earth as a hell. Okay, that is everywhere our own. See, our own earth, the innocent earth, the innocent nature's gift will become a hell. Okay, so நம்ம ஒருத்தரோட ஒருத்தர் சண்டை போட்டோம்னா இந்த பூமி ஒரு நரகமாகிவிடும் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. So the poet says, children, please remember. See this word, remember, remember. How many times it is used, you see. So how the poet stresses, he urges the people to know the value of human life. No men are foreign. Nobody here are foreign and no countries strange. Okay, in the beginning he said no men are strange, no countries are foreign, and at the end he is trying to tell no men are foreign and no countries are strange. Very beautiful. So he says that everyone should live together. See, look at this picture. How these small children are having hands in hands. It is in the shelter of each other that the people live. Okay, so we have to live with unity, with love, with respect to each other. We have to respect the differences. We should have that kind of tolerance in us. Only then this earth will be going to be a beautiful place, a pleasant environment for us to live. So கடைசியிலும் இந்த poet என்ன சொல்றாரு? ஞாபகத்தில் கொள்ளுங்கள், எந்த மனிதரும் அந்நியர்கள் கிடையாது, எந்த நாடும் விரோதிகள் கிடையாது, எதிரிகள் கிடையாது, அந்நியர்கள் கிடையாதுன்னு சொல்லி ரொம்ப அழகா இந்த poet வந்து எல்லாரும் மனிதர்கள், நாம் எல்லாரும் எந்த மூலையில வாழ்ந்தாலும் சகோதரத்தன்மையோட வாழணும், யாரும் யாரையும் வெறுக்கக்கூடாதுன்றத சொல்றாரு. Now let us read the poem once again, because we have now learned the meaning for each line, isn't it? Now remembering those, again I am also using the word remembering. Let us remember the line, the meaning that we have learnt. Now read the poem, you will understand better. No men are foreign. Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Like ours, the land our brothers walk upon. Is earth like this, in which we all shall lie? They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter start. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other, it is a human earth that we defile. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. And this poem written by James Falconer Kirker. Yes, children, now hope you all have understood the meaning, the content of this poem. I would like to conclude with the message from Swami Vivekananda. Children, you all would have known Swami Vivekananda. He was a very good inspirer. Okay, and after going through this poem, I was reminded of him because in his Chicago speech in the year 1983, if you see, in his address, he would have told, hello, friends. So such kind of words he would have used. Hello friends, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. He would have used all those words. As if he doesn't know how to use them. No, he knows. But he didn't use like that. He said, sisters and brothers of America. The very first line itself you should have seen that he had a universal acceptance, the tolerance towards the difference. That is what I could see that is reflected in this poem. Okay, that is the reason I wanted to conclude with this. So as Swamiji said, that kind of tolerance and universal acceptance, if we can have towards our brotherhood, no one will be hated. We all will love each other and we are going to live a very, very happy life. நம்ம யாரையும் வெறுக்காம எல்லாத்தோடையும் ஒத்துமையா நம்மனால வாழ முடியும். Okay? So keep this concept in your mind. Never hate anybody in your life. Okay? This right from your childhood you should develop this habit. Not this just we learn this poem, memorize it, write it on the paper and get marks. That should not be our only aim. Whatever good things we learn, we should apply it in our life. நம்ம வாழ்க்கையில அதை வந்து நம்ம கடைபிடிக்கணும். ஸோ இன்னைக்கு இந்த போயத்துல எல்லாரையும் நாம நேசிக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறத ரொம்ப அழகா தெரிஞ்சுட்டோம். பொறுக்கணும், எல்லாரையும் அரவணைச்சுக்கணும், சந்தோஷமா வாழணும். ஸோ நீங்களும் அந்த நல்ல பழக்கங்களை உங்களுக்குள்ளார எடுத்து இந்த போயத்தையும் நல்லா படிங்க, உங்க வாழ்க்கையிலையும் நீங்க நல்லபடியா